Here we go, section 9.2. This is part 6 of 6B. The very last part of notes before you guys jump into the work as well. Don't forget that. Alright, so we got some formulas here. We're just going to be using them, mostly these two there and there. Let's just do it. The circumference of circle B. Okay, so the diameter equals 6 over pi. I know that's a weird number, but it's not really that bad. So if the diameter equals 6 over pi, the circumference is just the diameter times pi. Well, the diameter is 6 over pi. When you multiply that by pi, what do you get? You get 6. Oh, that wasn't too hard. Alright, let's find the area of the circle R in terms of pi. Remember that area equals pi times the radius squared. Well, if the radius is 5, that's going to be pi times 5 squared, which is 25 pi. So that's my area. And that's it. It's that easy. Sometimes these are pretty straightforward. Let's see if we have some that are going a little bit backwards. The area of the circle in terms of pi. Okay, so area equals pi times the radius squared. Right, this gives me diameter, but it's more helpful if I know the radius, because that would be 11 and 11 for the radius there, split in half. So the area is going to be pi times 11 squared, and 11 squared is 121. So this becomes 121 times pi. The circumference, again, is 2 times pi times the radius. Well, the radius is 10. There's my radius right there. So that's going to be 2 times pi times 10. And then here's where some people forget. You can actually simplify these two things, multiply them together. That would give you 20 pi. Too easy. Too easy. So that's, the straightforward version of it. But now, what if they asked us indirect questions? They gave us information, but we had to dissect it in order to actually answer the question they wanted to answer, or wanted us to answer. So they're telling us the area is 49 pi. That means that the area is pi r squared, which is 49 pi. So pi times something squared equals 49 times pi. Well, those pi's are the same on each side. So what squared equals 49? That must be 7. So the radius equals 7. That's helpful, but we got to use that now because they're asking us to find circumference. Remember, the circumference is 2 times pi times the radius. And now we know the radius is 7. So I'm going to multiply that by 7 in there. That gives me 2 times 7, which is 14 pi. There's your circumference. Alright, the radius of a circle in which the circumference is 18 pi. So we know the circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. And in this case, it's 18 pi equals 2 times pi times whatever the radius is. Well, if I divide both sides by 2 pi, let's see what would happen. The pi's are going to simplify. 2's simplify. 18 over 2 is 9, so 9 must be the radius. And let's see if that actually makes sense. So the radius is 9, and then to go around, that's 2 times pi times 9, which equals 18 pi. Okay, so yeah, it checks out. We plug it back in and we get the same number. Now, for this regular apothem thing, we actually are going to be doing it a little bit easier. I'm just going to be checking to see if you can get the pieces here. So I'm going to take a minute and find these pieces for you, but I want you to know that you're going to be given both the base and the apothem every time for your assessment, because I'm mostly interested in, can you just put the numbers together, not actually calculate the crazy numbers all the way through, but can you put them together in a way that makes sense? Okay, so let's look at this one. It's 8 central angles, so we're going to take that 360 divided by 8, and what would that give us? Let's see. 360 divided by 8. That would give me 45. I'm going to divide that by 2 again, 2.5. What does that tell me? Well, when I have a triangle, and I know that this is 45, but each half of that is 22.5. Well, I know this half is 6, so I can do some fancy tangent stuff. I know that tangent of 22.5 is going to equal to 6 over the apothem. So apothem is going to be 6 divided by tangent 22.5. Let's calculate that. 6 divided by tangent 22.5. It gives me 14.48. 14.48. That does not make sense. That does not make sense at all, because that's telling me that that is bigger. Did I mess up in something here? We got 22.5, tangent of 22.5. We have the 12, that becomes 6. That means this is, well, maybe it is. Maybe it's longer than that piece. Actually, yeah, it does look a little bit longer. I was thinking that it wasn't that long, but it could be 14.48. So the apothem is 14.48. That means the area of this one triangle is going to be half 14.48 times 12, or 6 times 14.48. So let's find that out. Whoops. We're going to do second answer times 6 is 86.91. That's one triangle, but there's 8 of them. So I'm going to multiply that by 8. And it gives me 695. Okay, so this one is 695. And I'm actually going to leave it there. You guys can cross out these. I want you to focus more on the work that you're going to find in the work packet. That's more what you should be able to expect on the test. All right. Well, that's it for now, and we will see you in the work packet. Oh, by the way, yay! We're done.